Today I'm going to make one of my most favorite foods, coleslaw. I started making my own a few years ago when I just couldn't find the coleslaw that I wanted in the store. Some was too sweet, some was too vinegary, some were just plain awful. So I'm making my own. It's very easy, quick, and delicious, and so let's jump right in. So I have my bowl of shredded, actually sliced cabbage. I like to use fresh cabbage, fresh carrots, because it just brings a better flavor. But no problem if you go with the pre-shredded cabbage. It'll save you tons of time and it tastes really good. I have the time, so I'm gonna do the fresh stuff. So I've got my cabbage in, but I wanted to show you, in case you've never cut cabbage for coleslaw, how easy it is. I took my head of cabbage and I cut it into quarters. And the most important thing is we've got to get the core out of here, because that doesn't make for really delicious eating. So this one is a pretty small core, so that's gonna be easy. And then once the core is out, you just want to take very thin slices through here as you work your way all the way to the end of this quarter of cabbage. And see how nice and thin and wonderful, and boom, you've got shredded cabbage. It is that easy. Okay, I'm going to put this aside. The other trick I want to show you is for the carrots. I like to use this flat grater because it gives me more control, and I can sit it on top of my cabbage and just, whoops, put it the right way, of course, and then just grate the carrots in here, and that way I can gauge how many carrots I want in my coleslaw. I take a peek, okay, that looks good, because it's kind of a ratio. I want I don't know, 7-to-1 ratio of carrots to cabbage. I don't know, however you want to. I don't like math, we won't go there. But I'm thinking this whole carrot's going to do it. So let me get close to the end here. If you don't have a flat grater like this, really you should get one. Like I said, it's so versatile. Okay, so I've got my carrots in here. Oh, I like that distribution. I am good with that. And I'm throwing cabbage all over the place. The next two parts of the slaw are some red onion. And again, I sliced a little bit more than I probably need because I want to see what my proportions in here are going to be. Whoop, that looks really good. And then a bit of an atypical ingredient for coleslaw is green pepper. All the coleslaw I ate that the family made when I was growing up had green pepper in it. I don't know, maybe it's a southern thing, but I love the crunch and the flavor it brings. And again, put in as much or as little, and if you hate green pepper, don't put green pepper in. So that's the slaw. It's that easy. So I'm gonna put the slaw aside, get things out of my way. Okay, now we're gonna get into the coal. Bring all my things over here. Lots of, I didn't count the ingredients. I think there's 4, 5, 6, there's about 8 or 9 ingredients, but they're easy, simple ingredients you have at home now. So the first is I have a 3/4 cup of mayonnaise and 2 tablespoons of tofutti sour cream, dairy-free sour cream. I use this in almost all my sauces that call for sour cream, and because this is a dairy-free coleslaw, because I'm dairy-free, I use tofutti. And now I'm going to add my apple cider vinegar. This is going to give it a nice bite. You want an acid in here for sure. And then a tablespoon, if I can get it out of here, of honey. Come on, get out. You cannot stay in the bowl. 2 tablespoons of sugar. 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. A teaspoon of dry ground mustard, which is also going to give it a lot of tang. And then 1.5 teaspoons of celery salt. You can use celery seed. I have a thing about celery seed. I don't like it, so I love the celery salt. Oh, almost forgot. The best ingredient, the secret ingredient, a little dab of fish sauce. Okay, got that done. Got my whisk. Mix it all together. Make a bit of a mess. You know, if you're in the kitchen and you're not making a mess, are you really cooking? I always make a mess. Okay, you're gonna wanna mix this pretty well. If you're using a tofutti, it tends to clump up some, but you'll see as you mix, the clumps are gone, and I look pretty clump-free at this point. So I'm gonna add a little salt. I've done this quite a bit, made this recipe, so I know how much salt and pepper I want in here. What's wonderful about this coleslaw, it is savory with a hint of sweet, so it's not going to be that over-the-top sweet coleslaw, kind of like, I think the sweetest coleslaw I've ever had, I got at Kentucky Fried Chicken years ago. So now we are going to marry the slaw with the coal and have some coleslaw. So I'm going to put, after I mix in my salt and pepper, put about half of it in here. Just pour it in. And then I'm going to take a tong. I find this is the best way to mix it up. A spoon, yeah, it just doesn't work very well for me. And so I'm going to start incorporating the coal into the slaw and get it distributed nicely. I'm probably going to use, I know, I'm going to use all of this. So the rest of it into the bowl. I cannot wait to try this. I really, really love coleslaw. I think it's the mayonnaise, or is it the cabbage, or the carrots? I think it's all of it. Okay, everything is into the bowl. Going to keep distributing here. This is such an easy recipe. You can make it any weeknight for a meal. Goes great with ribs, goes wonderful with pork, pulled pork, goes wonderful all by itself as a snack. I think I could eat it anytime. Okay, I like the way this looks. So let's give this a try. I'm so excited. Okay, one big, I think I got some green pepper. Oh, so savory. And then at the end, that sweet hits it. And it's like, oh, this is just the perfect coleslaw for me. I hope you love it as much as I do. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe, enable notifications, give us a like down below. And for the full recipe for this amazing savory sweet coleslaw is in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, happy eating.